Alright, hey guys, it is time for a break from the Final Fantasy music, and time to have a little bit of mega music. That's right, it is the month of December. Or almost the month of December. It's not quite December yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Obviously, December, pretty exciting for what could be happening. So anyway, I am in the middle of still recovering, but that will not stop me from talking about JP news. And a little bit of an account update for something that I've been kind of doing is that say hello to Yuffie. Yuffie has taken a pretty big toll on my account, but even so, quite happy to have her and still working towards a very powerful build. Excuse me. Was able to get Resnick as well to 99, so had a pretty good week. But as you can see, even in a non-fire elemental party, which is some random BCs, you can get an idea for a little bit closer of what her stats look like on what I feel like is a much better build. But I do know that some Yuffies have been able to get like 600 luck, so I'm not quite satisfied yet with this build. Hold on a sec. Wait a tick. Okay, that makes that actually makes more sense. I forgot to equip the right TMR to her. Yeah, I'm almost at 600 luck. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so there's a little bit more of a look at what I've been up to with Yuffie lately, and just running her as a single evade unit kind of is a nice little surprise against certain teams who are not expecting evade teams. Anyway, if it guarantees you a win, all the power to you. So, let's talk about the actual JP news, which is mostly involved around our new evil lady coming to the game. So let's take a peek at what we got. So first of all, new map will be focusing around wind units, giving wind units a boost. I guess we will see an interesting matchup of lots of wind teams the following week. It'll be interesting to see how many people on JP adopted this new character, given that, you know, it's just been an expensive anniversary, and I wonder if whales are even starting to get just quite, you know, fatigued as how much stuff has been coming out. It does feel like a lot from my perspective anyway. Next up, let's talk about Little Miss Wind Dagger, and she is definitely a Wind Dagger lady. It'll be interesting to see whether this character makes the cut for being on Wind Elemental teams, because Wind Elemental teams already are just so good, and the question is, like, who are you cutting for this girl? Or who is she cutting for this, for herself? But yeah, taking a look at it, we've talked about the jobs. New main job, Lancer Monk. Probably going to be a 4 move to jump, but we'll see once she's in the game, just in case they've altered it. Pray they don't alter it further. Is possessing basically slash attack support abilities, as well as a vampire style of ability to heal herself. What's also curious about here is that her master ability, wind attribute attack up by 15 and own attack for the allies and the HP up for allies, but also own attack by 10 and area resistance by 10, which is interesting because nothing so far is actually screaming that she's going to be an evade unit. I mean, I was kind of under the assumption that she was going to be some style of evade unit, but just looking at her kit from the preview, it sure doesn't seem like it, unless there's a ton of evasion somewhere in there. I'll be very interested to see how she stacks up. I think that even, excuse me, Dark versus Wind might be a really interesting matchup if she is just not good at evasion and she relies on some particular things to keep her alive, and Dark might just be too strong. We'll see, because Sephiroth is still a thing, but this is curious. Party abilities were updated, and as you can see, a job training for her for people who do want to get her, as well as a new dagger, which I'm hoping that this is going to be a good piece of equipment for other characters, not just for her. because some dagger characters would love to see a little bit of a improvement. Let's hope for something good out of that. Skipping ahead, I'm going to talk about this next, because a couple of interesting updates into the enhancement. First off, Breen and Rurugia, the old Warriors of the Crystal, which were added over the last couple months, will be added to the Dream Enhancement pool, or Reincarnation pool. What's interesting about this? They're the only two. This is a 2-people update, so very, very small update, very manageable. But I'm glad to see that Breen and Rurugia, who came out like at the tail end of this thing, have not been forgotten and are getting their upgrades. Because Breen, I'm hoping this will flesh out both of their kits a little bit more and make them just generally stronger. Because when they came out, they were definitely strong, but they didn't feel like they really made a huge impact on the JP meta. At least not from my experience, but hopefully we'll see what happens with that. Skipping ahead, there's also going to be these, which I believe Global is quite familiar with these, and this is the first time JP has ever seen them. So login kind of medals that are able to be used only within that month, I do believe, and can be exchanged for various things. I've never used them before, and I'm not overly familiar with them, so I'll just wait and see how good or bad of a deal they are, although I'm assuming they, so far they look to be replacing the actual unit shard tickets that we had. And that might rub people some wrong way, since those tickets could be used a little more whenever you felt like it. So this probably is overall a negative, but I don't know. I'm kind of numb to it at this point, so moving on. Next up, 3rd anniversary schedule. Nothing really all that special. Most of the 3rd anniversary stuff is dead at this point in the water, and as we can see from logins are not particularly moving into an amazing category. Still no horns, still nothing in here. Matter of fact, if we go back and look at this section just for the entire month, there's no horns here either. Thanks Gumi. Thanks for proving to be as bad as I thought you were going to be about this stuff. Maybe they're in the shop, but it's just one more thing in the shop. I don't like it. I don't like it. Moving on, banners. There is absolutely nothing too terribly special. We have this to potentially get UR re-rollers with a UR at the end of it. Pass. Next up, just all the banners and stuff that usually go with a 100 cost character, both paid and non-paid options. Nothing really special of note anywhere here, just the usual banners, and I'm skipping through them very quickly because it's the same thing we've always seen every single month on JP. This is the exact same, no improvement whatsoever here. So take that for what it is worth. As for the final little bit of news, mostly some shops which don't really seem all that noteworthy. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I am hoping that horns start to become more accessible, because at this point, other than like the buy lapis every day thing, there is no really giving out horns, and honestly at this point just kind of bullshit. But that's Gumi's brand, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, that is the update. We will take a look probably on Thursday, because I have a feeling I'm going to be just too dead on Wednesday evening to record any kind of video, except for maybe a short preview video of her. And there might be a live stream for her, but if people are curious, I'm 100% not doing polls for this unit. I'm too burnt out on units. I already have Sephiroth and Yuffie maxed, and that's going to be it until whatever the New Year's unit is. I'm just on a break from polls for a while. So Yuffie, say hello to Yuffie. Come back. Yuffie? Sweetie? Could you there we go. So that's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and see you next time.